identified with this material body. This is material. Actually, I am spirit soul. I am not matter. Everyone can understand it. Because the theory that living condition is developed under certain material condition. Just like we see sometimes that one germ is coming out with tooth. So those who are less intelligent, they say that the matter is producing a living being. There is another instance, Bishtik Tondulonna. Sometimes we see the scorpion is coming out from a heap of rice. So we are thinking that the rice is giving, generating a life, and that is not fact. The fact is that the scorpions, they lay down eggs within the rice, and by the fermentation of the rice, a small scorpion come out. So, matter is not the cause of generating life. That's not a fact. Actually, the living entity develops his body. Just like when there is sex, intercourse, man and woman, the secretion mixes together. It becomes emulsified within the womb. And if the circumstances is favorable, then a living entity takes shelter of the secretion and the body develops. This is science. Not that the secretion itself in generating the body, generating the life. No. Karmana daivanetrena jantar deha upapattaye. According to our karma, we are observed about our karmas, our activities, by superior intelligence. So we act sinfully or piously, and according to that, our action, the resultant body is offered by the material nature. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvas. Ahankara vimuratma kartam iti manata. We are under the grip of the laws of material nature. And according to our karma, we are getting different types of body and transmigrating from one body to another. And then, once we take birth, we live for some time, we grow the body, then we produce some byproducts, then the body dwindles, and at last it vanishes. It vanishes means you accept another body. Again, the body is growing, the body is staying, body is producing byproduct, again dwindling, and again vanishes. This is going. Bhutta bhutta praliyat. So this is our problem. But our brain is so dull that we do not touch the real problem. We are very much busy with the temporary problem. Just like when there is disease, it is a problem. But we do not try to understand that as soon as I get a body, disease must be there. I have already accepted all these problems, janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi. As soon as I have agreed to accept a material body, that is my real problem. If somebody says that you are going there is some danger there. So when you meet that danger, why you said it is problem? It was already informed. So Krishna informs you that this is real problem. Janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi. Dukkha, dosha, darsana. Why you are so busy for the temporary problem? This is your real problem. So if you want to solve the real problem of life, then you have to withdraw your attachment from this material world and replace that attachment to Krishna. This is the solution of problem. So long you will be materially attached, so long you have to accept this material body on different conditions. Attachment for this body means attachment for the senses. The body means senses. Indriyani pararahu. This material body means we have got some senses, we want to satisfy them. That is material life. Indriyani pararahu, indriyabba paramana. And those who are not successful, nobody is successful in satisfying the senses, then he tries to satisfy the mind. Gross enjoyment, the kurmis, they are trying to enjoy this world by the senses. They are called karmis. And when he is baffled in sense enjoyment, then he manufactures something from the mind and he thinks this is enjoyable. Some poetry, some rascal philosophy, mental speculation. They think this is Indrani pararahu, indriya paramana, the mental speculation. Then, when mental speculation fails, then intellectual speculation. So intellectual speculation, if one comes to that stage, then by intellect means to use one's intelligence, whether I am this body or I am this mind. How I can use my intelligence? When I come to Bhagavad Gita, I see that neither this body, neither this mind, I am. I am identifying with this body or I am identifying with this mind, that I am not. I have nothing to do with this. That is called Brahmagyan. And Krishna says, the bhumi, rapa, anala, vayu, khang, mana, buddhi, ahankara, iti, agme, prakriti, bhinna, astadha. So, this material world means combination of these 8 kinds of material energy: earth, water, air, fire, ether, mind, intelligence and ego, and the living entity. The living entity is superior quality energy, Krishna says. Aparayam itastu viddhi me prakritim para jiva bhuta. Jiva bhuta, that is another energy of Krishna. This is inferior energy. Material energy, mind, intelligence, ego, that is also material, subtle, very fine. But that is also material energy. So these 8 kinds of material energies plus the superior energy, the living entity, combination, and that is this material world. Krishna will say, etat jonini sarvan. Whatever forms of life you are seeing, etat jonini bhutani sarvani tu upadharaya aham krishnasya jagata prabhava pralayas. So, whatever forms of life you are observing, joni means species of life. There are different varieties of forms. But that does not mean simply human species. There are 8,400,000 species. There are aquatics, insects, birds, beasts, trees, so many things. All of them. Krishna says another place, aham sarvasya bija aham bija pradapita. All of them. Because these exhibitions of different varieties of forms and life, they are made of Krishna's two energy. Material energy and the spiritual energy. Therefore, all of them belongs to Krishna. Because it is Krishna's energy. So we cannot say that we are free from Krishna. When you understand that whatever I have got, it is emanation from Krishna. Janmadasya jataha, Vedanta Sutra says. Everything is emanated from the Supreme. He is absolute truth, Brahma. So, from the absolute truth, Brahma, Parabrahma, Krishna, these two energies are emanated, and combination of these two energies, that is material world. Similarly, there is another world, parastasmatu bhava anya, spiritual world, where there is no more this material energy. There is only spiritual energy. That spiritual energy, there the body is also the same, and there is no question of the soul is different from the body. Here, the body is material and the soul is spiritual, combination. And the spiritual world, there is no such difference between body and the soul. The same ingredient, body and soul. So if it is possible for the ordinary living entity to become of the same quality, body and soul, how Krishna can be different from the body and soul? But so-called scholars, they think that Krishna is as different from the soul as we are. Now, therefore Krishna says, avajananti magamudha manasintanuasita. Krishna, when he comes with his spiritual body. Just like when the governor goes to the jail, it does not mean that he is one of the members of the jail. No. Similarly, when Krishna comes within this material world, he does not become a member of this material world. Etad Isharam Ishasya, that is called Isharam, all-powerfulness. That in spite of his coming in this material world, he is not one of the material living entities as we are. If we think like that, the Krishna is like one of us, then we are mudha, avajananti mang mudha. Manusim tanumasitam. Because I come in the human form, therefore those are murhas, rascals, they think that I am also a human being. He is not human being. He is God, Supreme Lord. Therefore Krishna says that janma karma me dibbam jiv janati tattva. Krishna also appears, just like Krishna appears as the son of Devaki, her father, Vasudeva. But actually, as described in the Shastras, he did not come out from the womb of his mother. He first appeared before them in Chaturbhuj Narayan Murti. And when Devaki prayed that she was always anxious that Kansa would kill, she knew that God is coming within my womb. But she was, because she was a woman, she was also afraid that Kansa will kill my son. Mother's affection. She could not believe that God cannot be killed. But because God became her son, out of affection, she was thinking that, my dear son, you kindly wind up your 4 hands, you become 2-handed child. Otherwise Kamsa will immediately kill. So, this is Dibbam, Janma. Janma karma me Dibbam. Krishna's birth is not ordinary birth. Krishna's birth is different from ordinary birth. The ordinary child does not come before his father and mother in 4 hands, and the mother requests that he become 2-handed and become ordinary child. No. She has to take place within the womb of his mother. Therefore, the Krishna's birth and ordinary child's birth is not the same. That is Dibbam. Janma karma me Dibbam. And karma, when he was 3 months old, lying down on the lap of his mother, a Putana came to kill him. And Krishna sucked her breast and killed her. And 7 years old, he lifted the Govardhan hill, Govardhan Dhari. Therefore, his karma, his activities are also Dibbam. His janma is Dibbam. His karma is Dibbam. Jo janati tattata. Somebody will say these are stories because they are unbeliever. If Krishna is God, then is it very difficult thing for him to kill a Putana or to lift a Govardhan hill? Krishna is supporting millions of planets, bigger than this planet. You can imagine it. This planet is filled with so many great seas, mountains, and heavy buildings and so many things. But it is floating like a straw, like an atom in the air. Similarly, not only one. There are millions and millions of planets floating in the air, in one universe, and there are millions and millions of universes. And Krishna says, Athava bahunaitina kingatina tavarjana Vishtyabhya aham idam Krishnam ekagshina sthitu jagat. All this material world, cosmic manifestation, sthita, is existing on the strength of my one part, energy. So if Krishna can sustain so many planets by his energy, is it very difficult for him to lift a mountain when he was 7 years old? This is called jo janati tattvata. One must know Krishna. Not that we take simply advantage of Krishna's Ras Leela as the professional reciters do. No, we should know Krishna perfectly. We cannot know Krishna perfectly well. But as far as they are described in the Shastras, Krishna is describing himself here, that Bhumi, Rapa, Nalo, Vayu, they are my energy. Why don't you take it? How you can explain this Bhumi, where from this earth has come out, where from the water has come out, where from the air has come out? You will say that chemical combination. The other day I was asking in Madras, one gentleman who was chemist, I say that your theory that this water is produced by combination of hydrogen and oxygen. Now, who supplied the tons of hydrogen and oxygen to make this sea? This is a reasonable question. Who supplied? I accept there is hydrogen and oxygen mixture, but who is the chemist who prepared, or who is the chemical suppliers who supplied? Then you have to go to Krishna. Janma adasya jata. Everything is from Krishna. And Krishna says also, I supplied, I created. Bhumi, Rapa, Nala, Vayu, Khangamana, Buddhiri. So what is the difficulty? Krishna is explaining himself in the Bhagavad Gita. You try to understand. And he says, if you understand me in truth, then you are liberated. Why don't you do this? What is the difficulty? He says plainly, Janma karma me dibbam je janati tattva. In truth, everything explained in the Shastra. So you try to understand. That is Krishna understanding. And if you understand, if you accept, we may be fools, but we accept what Krishna says, therefore we have no difficulty. We do not make any research. What is Krishna? Krishna says, I am this, we believe it, that's all. Therefore we are presenting Bhagavad Gita as it is. We have no difficulty to understand Krishna. Our only qualification is that what Krishna says, we admit. Just like Arjuna did. Arjuna said, after hearing from Bhagavad Gita, Sarvamedam ritang manne, jadvadasi kesava. My dear Kesava, Krishna, whatever you have said, I believe it in total. That is all I understand. Why shall I interpret? Nonsensically. This way, that way. There is no question of nonsensically interpreting Bhagavad Gita. You try to understand Bhagavad Gita as Arjuna understands, who directly heard from Krishna. There is no difficulty. We do that. We do that and we believe it firmly. Nobody can change our position. Not that we are blindly. If you argue, we can convince you. Not only one, everyone. So, if you say that you blindly believe in Krishna's word, if I argue with you, how you will be able to defend? Yes, I shall be able to defend. How? Krishna says, Buddhi yogam dadami tam jina mam upajantiti. Krishna is supplying intelligence. However nonsensically you argue with me, I shall be able to defeat you. Because Krishna is within me and he promises, Buddhi yogam dadami tam. This is Krishna's answer. There is nothing difficult to become a Krishna conscious person. Simply you have to believe, understand, not blindly. Suppose Krishna says that this bhumi, this earth, is created by my energy. If you deny, no, No, it is not human energy. Then prove whose energy has created. What is your statement? Where from this earth has come? You have not created. But that kind of explanation, just like so-called philosophers and scientists said, there was a chunk and it becomes burst out and they become planets. And where from this chunk came? You see, these nonsense things are going on, they are scientists. Where from this chunk came? There was a chunk. Their origin of creation is a chunk. They don't believe that it was created by Krishna. A chunk created this such whole cosmic manifestation, and it is working so nicely and regularly and producing so many things. The origin is a chunk. You see? So we are not so foolish. We have to believe this rascal philosophy and scientific statement. There was a chunk and there was creation. No. Here, from the Shastras, we understand that there is the original source of everything. Janmadasya jata. Then what kind of that original source? That is explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Janmadasya jataha annayat itaratascha artheshu abhigya. That Janmadasya jata, that source, is a living entity with sense, not impersonal nonsense. Abhigya, this word is used. This Vedanta Sutra is explained by the Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhāsyam Brahma Sutranam. The Vedanta Sutra is known as Brahma Sutra. So this is the natural commentary or explanation, Srimad Bhagavatam. Because in the Vedanta Sutra, it is said that the original source, there is an original source, Brahma, Athāta Brahma Jigyāsa. What is that Brahma? Now inquire about Brahma. Now, whom it is spoken? To the human society. That in so many lives after lives in evolutionary process, if you have simply tried for maintaining your body, ahara nidra bhaya maithunancha. But this life, this human form of life, don't waste like cats and dogs. Try to understand the Brahma. What is that Brahma? Janmadasya jataha. That Brahma is the supreme cause of everything.